Hi, I'm Joe Hilferty. Welcome to my channel. Today, I'm very excited to show you guys some of the new 7000 series Miele cooking products. So we just got a handful of them in on display. Not going to go into a ton of detail like I normally do because this will just be a quick preview. And then later on, I'll do some additional videos on the specific pieces. Obviously, you can leave me some comments asking for what you'd like to see specifically, but here goes. So first we have the brand new Miele speed oven. This is part of a series that they now offer. They've had it in Europe for the last few years, but this is a handleless design. Now, unlike a lot of other handleless products that we've seen in the market, like the monogram ovens, the Cafe, I think, has a version of that same oven. There's also a couple options in black and stainless from Wolf in their M series ovens. All of those are push to open ovens. The warming drawer is push to open, but the ovens are not. The ovens must have power, and there is actually a little sensor that you have to press here. And you don't have to power the oven up for that to work, but it does take a second for it to respond, but it does a really nice open. And of course, here's how that's going to look on the, this is the speed oven, by the way. You can tell by the little vent notch on the speed ovens. So you'll do the same thing, just hit the door, about a half a second, and then that does a slight open. What I've noticed is a lot of the newer products have this nice cover. So this is where the ovens will get secured. So typically you'd have like a little plastic grommet here and then a T20 screw that's painted black. They've got a new screw with a built-in spacer, similar like they've been using in their dishwashers for a while. What's different is this, or additionally different, is this nice little kind of thumb screw cover over those holes. So just a really nice detail. God only knows who came up with that little thing and all the work that went into that. So I'm going to appreciate that engineer or little team of people that probably had to figure out a nicer way to, I guess, finish that opening. Inside the new 7000 series ovens, by the way, there are, I think, 4 variations of the oven. Now, most of that is controls and slight feature variances, and of course all 4 of those ovens come in a number of different finishes. But the top of the line, this guy, this will be the equivalent of a 77 or a 78 wall oven. Will actually get a camera in the roof, and because of the camera in the roof of the oven, you've got a really unique broiling pattern. Now, what I don't know is, does that mess up the evenness of heating from the broiler? I don't know. I can't imagine that it would, but maybe not. Lighting system inside of this looks identical. The latching mechanism for this oven is going to be a little bit different because of that opening feature, obviously. Inside the speed oven, I don't think there are any other changes. Let's hit the door button again here so that can open. The light in this is weird. It is just a little thing that hangs down with an LED in it. That is definitely different. I don't know that I like that. Looks like maybe you could bust it when you're cleaning. Hopefully not. But yeah, as far as the interior, no real changes there. All of these new 7000 series ovens have buttery smooth action on the touchscreen, the TFT display. So previously, it was good. It wasn't great. It was like a lot of earlier TFT displays where there'd be slight delays, or if you didn't quite hit the icon in the right area, it didn't respond. This newer generation of ovens, either the software has been upgraded, or the TFT technology has been upgraded, or the processing speed has been upgraded. And talking to one of their corporate trainers, he seems to think that they haven't, but whatever they've done a much better job over the previous generation. So this is very similar to their top of the line dishwasher. Same thing, you got a touchscreen interface on this that is super responsive. Other versions of the ovens, instead of having the larger screen, will actually have a slightly smaller screen. It won't have the camera in the roof of the wall oven. There may be some slight differences in the number of glide racks or accessories that you get on that tier down. There is a big difference in cost. I want to say in the ovens it's probably like $1,000 or something. On the smaller products like the speed oven and the steam oven, I don't know if there is much of a feature set difference. It's just, you know, big screen versus little screen, and then there'll be some associated costs there. And then on their entry-level products, so in the past you had a kind of a plastic rotary dial, which was pretty low tech, and I liked it, but it did feel a little on the chintzy side. They've replaced that with a new series of sensor controls. So these sensor controls will actually, I want to say that they're going to occupy the price point of the previous generation sensor interface, which seemed to be in some ways nicer than this, but it's good that they're going to have a microwave, a speed oven, a steam oven with this lower price point and this slightly more basic interface. So here we'll boot it up. Like a lot of these products, you'll have you know, little amber things that will light up. So, you know, here we're kind of going through the different controls, and then they'll probably have an additional menu option there, and then you can see, you can kind of scroll through it. Now they do have this kind of little, I don't know, like MacBook swipey thing here. I have to play with this a little bit more, but it's it works fairly well. The knobs are not completely gone, by the way. So on the entry-level wall oven, you will see like a 2000 series option in the oven, and that will have a dial option and a much lower price point. But on the speed oven, I think the entry-level speed oven, in the past you had those dials which weren't super popular. The microwave, I think they've both been updated with this type of interface and at a really good price point. Obviously some of the dishwashers will also still have sensor controls, so your G75 and your G73 dishwashers will still use those sensor controls. The refrigeration, which used to have Miele's sensor controls, has been replaced with this guy. This is a TFT display, but this is going to be more common with what Thermador and Bosch and Gaggenau are using in their version of the refrigerator. So previously you had controls right here with those sensors. It seems like when they last updated these refrigerators, you know, the companies decided to merge the electronics and make probably the manufacturing process a little bit easier. But the shelving system is still unique, and the lighting system is still unique. But anyhow, that is it. You know, on the ranges, we haven't, I'm gonna take you over here to another part of the showroom. This is our little employee lounge. So the ranges have been updated slightly. You know, the controls there and the oven have been updated. The logo, which I don't know what they did here. The logo is not as nice as the old logo. It kind of looks like this black plastic with the Miele logo. Before, you had kind of a chrome metal plate, looked a little, I don't know, a little sturdier, a little more high end. I think they probably just wanted to downplay that for some reason. The handles, you'll see a slight difference. So they've rounded out the inside edges of the comfort handle. And then on the Pure Line, the Pure Line handle changed drastically. So that is now a much skinnier handle, again, kind of rounded on the inside. Still squared off, still very sleek looking. The design language on the Pure Line stainless steel products has changed. So before, you had a stainless steel band at the top and then a thicker stainless steel band at the bottom. That has been replaced with this center piece, the center kind of strip here that integrates around the handle. I'm gonna say that, you know, I really didn't like it when I saw it in pictures. I'm still not, you know, a huge fan of this, but it doesn't bother me. I mean, the handle is really slick looking. I kind of wish it had a little more stainless steel in it, and that's going to be something that we're going to have to kind of get used to, I guess, at least for the next however many years that they decided to run this look. But the Pure line products have always been kind of modern. The contour line, really, the design language there has not changed much. It's just that new handle that you just saw on the other range. I'm gonna get back to my coffee. If you guys have any questions, you'd like to see videos on specifics of this new, by the way, this new coffee system is more expensive than the old coffee system, but a massive update. So you got a single hopper here, you've got another hopper on the left, but it has two sections. So you've literally got 3 different hoppers for 3 different types of bean. You've got a new water reservoir with that holds a lot more water. The waste tray is reconfigured, and it even has kind of a cover so that when you're taking that over to the sink, it'll probably be less likely to slosh around and make a big mess on the floor. Updated display. This is probably one of the quietest grinders I've ever heard in one of these automatic espresso machines. Just a huge upgrade on that 77 and 78 series CVA coffee system. Definitely recommend spending extra money. So there was like a big jump in price, I think, from the last generation 6800 coffee system to the new 7800 coffee system, but it seems worth it. I thought there'd be just some slight tweaks, some software update. It has had some slight tweaks in the software, and the display, again, is much better, but the mechanicals on the inside seem to have gotten a big upgrade. The way that that's configured on the inside has gotten a big upgrade. Having multiple hoppers is a big upgrade. Definitely think it is worth the extra money. So have any questions, let me know in the comments. Again, want to see a video on one of these products in particular or something else, let me know in the comments. Back to my coffee later.